Hey, Cheech,
Yeah,
listen, man. Come on straight. Give it to me. Are you a dick?
not a dick. You know, might have got some bad rap about my comments about Bad Bunny and Taylor Swift, but I no disrespect to them. I respect their artistry. Just not my thing. You know what I mean? So I didn't I don't want to come across as somebody who is a basher because I don't want anybody to ever think that. Just not what I like and I just a little too passionate about the music sometimes. I get a little over crazy and I just feel that, um that kids need to go back to the real music, that kind of thing. So
Kids, you heard it on the Cheech and Manny show. Watch it. New episodes every week. We just read that Cheech is not a dick, but he's a passionate fellow. By the way, he's also a musician. So
yes, I'm a passionate dick.
I think that's what the ladies say, right?
Yeah, that's what they say about me.
All right, guys, watch our show. Episode every week.
All right.
And it's crazy what AI
Mm,
is up to these days. I'll be honest with you, it is definitely set out to replace humanity.
I
I think
think
there's
so.
no doubt about that. Am I wrong, dude? Like, what's going on with AI?
I
Before you speak, at the temple, watch.
oh
It's
yeah.
gonna come. There's gonna be AI buyers, AI cash. There's already AI cashiers.
Well, it's happening now, right?
There's gonna be uh AI, slicers. I mean, just imagine that could be coming pretty soon.
Well,
All you have to do is put the ham on the conveyor belt,
yeah,
and
and it slices
it'll
it precisely.
there's gonna
But that would
be
have to be a robot.
true, true. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just going a little too
I'm not
far.
worried about my job yet. Elon Musk is working on getting rid of my job, by getting the robots out there.
Thanks, Elon Musk.
Yeah, because he's like in 5 years, no one will be working. But how are we going to make money? I mean, you're
Well,
super
his
rich.
idea is a utopia. Do you know why?
No,
Do you know the difference between a utopia and a dystopia?
no.
Okay, maybe we should do it on the show. But anyway, but he thinks that I'm freeing the human from work. Okay, but you're right.
But
Wait a
but
minute.
but that's because he's rich, and I will say he is a fucking genius.
Well, the idea is that if you don't have to work, perhaps he wants to change the economy,
But
which is,
like, suppose you want to work. As much, I'll
well,
be honest,
you
as
would you
much
would
as
be
I,
free to work on your base plan, for example.
who's going to pay me?
Uh, People that want to enjoy, you would, yeah, it's going to be a new economy.
But
Actually, AI is, depending on what happens here. And again, I'm not an economist. I'm just like thinking more kind of, and this is like a short episode, right? It's gonna be like a mini
yeah,
episode
yeah,
on
yeah.
AI because we have a lot of interesting ideas behind it. Um, Actually, before we talk, okay, why are we talking about AI, Cheech? What's going on?
Well, the Pope put out, what's the word? Um,
So he put out, okay, so he put out a new encyclical.
yeah,
And it's kind of funny because it's kind of there's a lot of conversation about, you know, um, AI because that's actually one of it's not the whole thing, but that's one of the things that he talks about. The encyclical is titled Latin Magnifica Humanitas.
right.
And he addresses a lot of things, and I guess today's episode is going to be taking a look at not the encyclical itself, but it'll be a part of it. Just
Right. Right.
what's
Yeah,
going on here, with the AI.
yeah. I mean, I think from what I read, what the Pope was saying, he's not for it, he's not against it, but it is a little scary that like 20, 30 years ago, we didn't need AI.
Right. Dude, I would even not even 30 years ago, I would say
10 years ago,
I
10,
would say
5 years
not
ago.
even, dude. I would say 3 years ago we didn't need
Yeah,
AI.
right. 3 years ago, we didn't need it. So why do we need it now? For me, it's useful to do a podcast. I'll get information from it. Not all my information because I don't trust it 100%. And AI is wrong all the time.
Mm,
You can ask it a Rush album. You can say, "Yeah, Tom Sawyer's on the first Rush album," and it'll say yes sometime. I always fuck with it. But so I don't use it for musical facts.
mm,
I usually use Google AI just to like check myself, or just to learn about Viktor Frankl. I'll go on AI and ask it questions, and it'll give me some pretty good facts.
right. Now, wait, do you like that way of searching up information as like,
Oh yeah, because who's got the time? This is the sad part. In 2026, and now 20 years ago, if we were going to do a podcast on Viktor Frankl, I would have to get, at least I'd have to read his biography, maybe watch a YouTube video on him, take notes that way, read his
mhm,
books. I've read a lot of his books. I know enough about him, but I want to know more, and I want to know more fast. So AI is a good help for me, but I don't use AI exclusively. I'll go to a Viktor Frankl page or Reddit and stuff like that, and I'll get facts about Frankl, and then I'll go back to AI and maybe ask it like some of his theories, and it'll give me actual facts. But I will never use AI for a whole episode of the Cheech and Manny show because I don't trust it, especially on a topic that I'm not familiar with.
mhm,
'Cause I don't want to come across like getting ass checked by people.
mhm.
But 3 years ago, we didn't need AI. And why do we need it now? Why is it like, why?
Right.
If anything, for medical reasons, it's good, but it's also very freaking scary. It could give you the wrong diagnosis, the wrong advice.
Well, the thing is with that is it depends on how you use it. So one of the things with AI, and AI is, I mean, it's huge, it's a huge thing right now. But it depends how you use it. For example, if you're trying to search up information, like Wikipedia back in then, where you just copy and paste on
Yeah,
essays, like so in the scholar world, academic, you're not supposed to use Wikipedia
right.
because Wikipedia being a free encyclopedia, people can just edit.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But Wikipedia is wrong too. A lot
well, no,
sometimes.
that's what I'm saying. You have to know how to use it. And
Yeah.
exactly like, and what is AI ultimately? Let me ask you this. What is AI? Like, do you know what it stands for?
Artificial
What
intelligence,
does that mean?
it was used for the CIA in stuff, right? Wasn't it
No, not
used like,
even.
no,
No, no,
Army,
not
Navy,
no,
stuff
not
like that?
even. What it is, it's artificial. It's in the name. It's intelligence that is artificial.
Yeah, I thought it
No,
would have came from some secret thing that.
nope. Comes from the computer science world. We're talking about computer language models as well. Essentially, what they're trying to do is that they're trying to replicate human thinking. And so
Right,
when you say that you punch, for example, let's say, like you said, let's say you knew nothing about Frankel.
right.
Back in the days, you would have to go to the library. Got to find some books.
Yeah,
All right, let's say we have no phones, or you go into the one of many wonderful documentaries. You're gonna have to find them.
yeah.
With AI, instead, it mimics human intelligence because it's able, but at a rate that's much faster than a human,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? So it's replicating that. It's giving you information that you would have had to. It would have been time consuming for the
I
human.
mean, I think it's good and bad in the sense like I miss going back and researching the old-fashioned way, you know?
Well,
Like,
the thing, yeah, well, the thing with that is you're right because see, okay, so in philosophy, there is the love of knowledge for its sake, right?
yeah,
See, so a good philosopher should not be using ChatGPT because that's
right,
not the point. The
right.
point is to think about this and to live it and to
Yeah,
let time test your philosophy,
yeah,
right? So with ChatGPT, it takes shortcuts. For example, you can get quick explanations of anything. Now, in a way, it's good for
Right.
me
Yeah.
as an amateur philosopher.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
For example, just the other day, I was looking into Anselm's ontological theory for God.
Right.
I was really confused by the original words from the Prosoglion, I think, Prosogogion, his book,
Yeah.
written in the 12th century. I'm talking about early scholasticism. I love it, but it's challenging. So I use ChatGPT to make it simpler.
Right.
And I'm looking at it and I tell ChatGPT, can you give me examples? Because I'm trying to understand
Yeah.
language. Now, see, you see how I'm using it, but
Right.
I don't use it as my first thing first, for
Right.
example.
Right.
And
Right.
then I was having a shout out to I guess my fiance out there, if she watches this
Congratulations.
part, she and I were having this. See, that's the point of philosophy. A fellow philosopher as well,
Right.
and I brought this up to her, and then she and I had a really good dialogue because
Yeah.
that's how it's done. Now, most people though just use it to cheat,
Yeah.
get quick answers.
Right. Right.
That's not, that um, it's bad. Copy and paste, rip. Like you said, it is also inaccurate because
Yeah.
you tell me where exactly is ChatGPT getting the info from? Where?
The internet, all the sources that are out there.
And not all the sources though, just the ones that it's able to access.
Right. Right.
Now, the smart person would get articles, copy and paste the links, and obviously, hopefully, you have access to it.
Yeah.
Tell ChatGPT, chat, if you're using ChatGPT or Google Gemini, can you please summarize this information for me?
Right. Right.
The downside is that, but you're not reading it.
Yeah.
That's the downside.
Right.
So you're creating for your brain sort of the shortcut. Now, it's good and bad. And
I
that's
mean,
good.
it's good. Like on the podcast, I'll go to sites for the actual artist, and I want to find out everything about the artist on a site, like on a Bob. When I was studying Bob Dylan, I would go on a Bob Dylan site, and there'd be people writing stuff about him.
Yeah,
And then I'll go to other Bob Dylan sites. I used Reddit a lot, which is like people's opinions. And then I would go to Wikipedia, and then I would go to AI.
right,
And but I wouldn't use it like as a cheating thing. I would just put in questions and it would give me some answers, and then I would just
right.
scramble it all
But
together.
and what the point of all this is that instead of thinking it, it just you skip that.
Yeah.
And then going back to I guess I don't know if did you have something written out for this episode or
No, I just
okay,
have
do you want me to give you some points from the encyclical and then you tell me what you think?
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So Pope Leo the 14th's first encyclical, which is like a Pope teaching document.
Yeah.
So it's not meant to be dogma, but teaching.
Right.
Okay. It's called Magnificent Humanity. So Magnifica Humanitas. Um, literally released like a couple of days ago. The thesis is that technology is not evil. It's not inherently evil. I don't know how you feel about this, but it's never neutral.
Yeah.
And then he warns against allowing algorithms, and we're seeing that with like social media and Instagram algorithms and YouTube algorithms, or the profit to devalue human life. So, okay, so one of the first points. So human dignity over automation. So what does he mean by this? It's kind of what you said about Elon Musk, what he's trying to do, if it's true. I
Yeah.
gotta look more into that. The Pope warns that human workers cannot be systematically sacrificed. For example, making that decision to replace cashiers with AI cashiers.
Right.
I mean, and I should say not AI cashiers, but more cashier
Yeah.
automated systems using AI technology
Or Amazon laying off
for profit. Right.
15,000 people. Yeah.
Right. And he urges protection of jobs, mandatory retraining programs, and he wants holistic educational systems. Now, I let you comment on this,
Yeah.
a certain someone nearby that I know got let go of his job. He
Because of
told
this.
me about I could have this number off, but he sets Facebook 7,000 layoffs because of
Wow.
this, of what Pope Leo is warning. So, what do you think about that first point?
First of all, I think being a pope, I see his point because lack of what these people are doing by laying people off, it's like what's the word I'm looking for? Lack of humanity, respect.
Right, and that's the whole point. It's
Because
like,
people have families and lives. And just because these fucking, oh, I don't want to go on a rant,
yeah.
but these fucking, but I could go on a rant on these billionaires don't want to pay people, who make a lot of money who went to college.
No, and think about it. I mean, when you're awake, truly woke, not like woke like these,
Yeah.
morons use it, but when you are awake out of Plato's cave, you realize, wait a minute, yo, I'm a slave. I'm
Yeah.
gonna pay this much, and you realize, wait a minute, I don't understand how many people have all this money, and yet
Yeah.
I'm only earning like 15 bucks an hour.
But not even that. It's like you're billionaires and you got these people that are working for you and you're saying, fuck them, I'm gonna have AI do it.
Yes,
That's that's
that's
like
even right.
that's satanic,
No, no,
I think.
and think
That's
about it
that's
because
evil.
now you
That's
don't have
evil.
to pay a cashier anymore.
Yeah.
You can just pay one person.
So
You can
you're
just
not caring about the person's life.
Well, that's what he's saying because you're sacrificing human. And again, okay. So in a religion point of view, and I guess from and by the way,
Or
this
you
is
or
and this is not.
humanistic
Okay,
humanity.
Cheech, you being a Catholic, do you think this is like a Catholic idea? Do you think Jesus would be down with this?
Hell no. No. Jesus would want people to work, you know what I mean, and get paid and provide for their families. And this is like when he threw a fit in the temple. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
right. The money changers.
and the money changers are the billionaires that are laying off the 15,000 workers at Amazon or you
Yeah.
said Facebook.
No,
And it's not fair. That's
no.
to me, that's so
And,
wrong. Those
and Pope
people, it should be illegal to do that. They
And
should
Pope
they
Leo
should
the
get in trouble.
14th says that. He says
Yeah.
he wants protection of jobs. He wants mandatory, he says mandatory retraining programs.
Right.
So
Right.
people get retrained. I mean, I kind of
Yes.
like that, right?
I
And
love that.
he
But now,
wants holistic educational system. So what he
yeah,
means by that is, he doesn't want some lousy training. Actually pay for good education and re-education.
yeah.
Like invest in your workers. Like a- and that's interesting. Sadly though, if I
That
could,
used to be a thing.
right, right,
That
right,
was a big thing,
right.
sending your workers to school to get more knowledge. Even at the temple, that was a thing.
You know,
You
I,
don't see that
I don't
anymore.
think temple priests really do that anymore.
Take the survey.
I think, I think they go to brainwashing programs where they have to train
Oh
themselves.
yeah. They used to go to Texas once a year for a whole bunch of seminars and training with Mackie on how to be a better manager. You don't
Right,
see that shit. You're right. It's just all brainwashing now.
right,
But I think there's an evilness in the billionaires that are laying off people.
right. But
I
what's funny?
think
I don't think it's billionaires per se. Like I'm devil's advocate. Okay. Now, let's say, let me ask you now, if you were a billionaire,
yeah,
right, and really put your shoes in a billionaire's shoes.
right, right.
Think about it. You see workers, and we at the temple we see them.
Yeah,
They're not pulling their weight.
right.
If you have something that streamlines the process,
Hmm.
making work more efficient, wouldn't you take it?
I mean,
And wouldn't you invest in this technology? Because it seems to me that, well, for example, like I'm telling you, like podcasting with the AI is brilliant. Why would would you pay someone to find the information for you? Or would you use
oh
assist?
no, for what we use it for, it helps us, and we're going to use it, for other things in
But
the
that's what I'm
future.
saying with the
Yeah, yeah,
billionaire. It
yeah,
helps,
yeah.
it helps them make money. So
But
why?
but we're not affecting human lives. The billionaires affecting people's lives. Out of that 15,000 people, I'm going back to Amazon when they got fired. What was Facebook? You just said like eight
Yeah,
thousand people.
7,000. Yeah.
So
Something like
these
that.
people, these people have families. They have, so now they're unemployed. I, don't you feel bad?
Well, to be fair, with some of these, they get severance. But you're right. But
You know,
Um, I just
I'm gonna say I think it's wrong. I think they need to. Yeah, there's always gonna be layoffs. Don't lay off 1,000 people, not 15. You know what I mean? Like lay off the slackers. You know what I'm saying?
well, but that's the idea because now again the idea here is that what you and again Pope would be on your side is that human dignity over automation,
Right.
automaton,
Yeah.
right? That's the thing. But since the Industrial Revolution, it's always been a controversy. Now, instead of steel mills, we have AI that's gonna start
Right.
replacing workers. Okay. Second point, he says here in the cyclical. This is a summary. Go out there, folks, and read it. It's free.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of great articles on it. But here, I just want to like see what Cheech thinks about this. Okay, next point, disarming AI. What does he mean by this? He says that he calls for the regulation of private AI developers. So he wants some sort of government
It
regulation.
should be regulated. I
Right.
agree.
Right. And he advocates for independent oversight. And then he also wants robust legal frameworks to prevent the technology from becoming a tool of domination or exclusion. What do you think
Right.
about that? And he calls this a disarming of AI.
I think it should be what's the word you said? Like when they watch it,
Regulation.
there should be regulations on AI. And maybe after you go over the Pope one, I have a big issue with a specific AI problem in the music industry where this
Well,
should be.
yeah, that's a whole other
We
issue.
won't go there yet, but like regulations, yes. There should be AI should be used for certain things and certain things only. You know what I mean? Um, I think the positive research, maybe it can help cure things, you know, cancers, diabetes, things like that. Maybe it's going to help researchers improve their
100%.
researching, you know,
100%.
which is great. Uh, but in the entertainment world, it's going to destroy the entertainment world,
Yep.
in my opinion.
Yep.
So there should
100%.
be regulations on an AI, 100%.
Okay. Next point, safety and ethics. So here he urges leaders, and most likely like, the Elon Musk's,
Yeah.
Trump's,
Yeah.
political leaders and all that. He wants to, now this is interesting. He has this thing about warfare where he wants to ensure human accountability in warfare. Now, he demands that humans, not AI, remain responsible for lethal decisions. And it's interesting. And he also calls for shielding kids from hypersexualized and misleading digital content. What do you think
Yeah.
about
Yeah. I mean, kids should not be looking at filth on the internet,
that? Right.
but they are.
Do you think kids are, is there a danger from like this like hyper sexualized stuff on the internet? I think there is.
Oh, it's everywhere.
It's
And
funny.
it depends on the age of the kid. I mean, if you're like a teenager, you just look at reels and you see filth. You know what I mean? You see some dirty things.
Yeah,
But
there's
if
a
you're
lot of
12,
things out
if you
there.
see 12, if you're 12 or 11 and you see that, that's not good.
Well, that's the sad part. That's what they're watching.
So what's going to happen is they're going to grow up faster. God knows what's going to happen to the more, to throw Freud in there, the more deviant behavior is going to come out in certain people. Um, you know, so I don't know. I think, it's oh man, it's tough, so
Yeah.
much like
Eh,
bad stuff.
no,
They should like regulate it,
no,
take the
of
bad stuff
course.
out.
That's and one interesting one here is warfare. AI should not take control.
Well, there was a movie called War Games. You ever see War Games?
No, no.
Uh, who's Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Who's the actor?
Oh, Matthew Broderick?
I'm pretty sure that was his first movie.
Okay.
You should check it out. You and your fiance should want to at home watch it. It is about he has a computer. He's a computer wizard, and he kind of hooks up to the Pentagon
Hmm.
and he thinks it's a game and it's AI. And it's basically saying, do you want to play a game? It talks to him.
Right.
And he's like, sure, let's play a game. Okay, we're going to drop missiles on this country. And what happens is he really does it. And they come to his house and
Right.
it's,
Well, okay, so that's like a science fiction warning of what it could be a reality
this is
where
35, almost 40
right.
years old,
Well,
this
that's the
movie.
thing because with AI is going to be used in military technology, dude. There's no doubt about that.
But
Um,
are they going to have the power to override a human being? Can't you
well,
stop
well,
AI?
that's I think ethics in the future. It's going to come pretty soon.
They should stop it now.
Well, that's the Pope's kind of like reasoning.
Yeah.
Um, okay, next point. Babel versus Jerusalem warning.
Yeah.
So the Pope in the Encyclical uses the Tower of Babel as a metaphor. I don't know if you remember the Tower of Babel in the Bible.
Yeah, when they
Okay,
build it to
good,
to God. Yeah.
good. So he warns against systems of total uniformity and domination. He wants a civilization of love. He's
Yeah.
calling on all technologists, regulators, and everyday citizens to ensure that AI serves the common good of humanity.
Yeah.
And I think that's like the last point. I don't know what you think about that.
I, I'm behind the Pope 100% on that, but these people are ego maniacs that are running the big business, and they are not going to give a shite what the Pope says because a lot of them don't even
I,
believe.
hey, let's
They
be
don't
honest.
believe.
Let's be honest with you. The encyclical, by the way, is 84 pages.
Yeah.
Could have been
These
shortened,
these
but
people don't even believe in God. They
well,
believe AI is God. They believe
right,
technology is
right,
God.
and I think that's what's
And
happening.
Zio, I'm gonna give Dio props. He wrote a song called Computer God with Black Sabbath back in '91 on Dehumanize. He wrote it, the album's called Dehumanizer.
Right, right. Well, AI, that's the danger that it's going to dehumanize. That's the danger. And I think, okay, now, am I in agreement with a lot of Leo stuff in that? Like, no, we would need more hours to,
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of read the document because I'm doing a theology degree right now. So it's like the
Yeah.
big news in the Catholic world for
Yeah.
obvious reasons, right? Um, but that being said, it does have the power to dehumanize
Oh yeah.
because, like we said, the first thing, jobs are going to get cut, and they already are. For example, it essentially has made coders obsolete.
Right.
So imagine you spent so much time in school for coding
Yeah.
to get replaced by an AI program
So sad.
that some kid in his basement came. I'm just kidding, but some kid kind of like,
Yeah.
came up with. I'm not a kid, but a really smart person.
Yeah.
Cashiers, they're going to disappear. So
Yeah.
imagine cashier was your job and that's all
Right.
you did all your life, you're
Yeah.
done. Because unless you go work for a mom and
And
pop
and
shop.
and what's sad is we're all brainwashed. I never go to a fucking cashier. I sometimes force myself to go.
Right. Well, first, and just to give some like just to give devil's advocate, cashiers are already being replaced by self-checkout machines. They don't need AI. But
Yeah.
pretty soon you're gonna have AI technology
Well,
incorporated.
so self checkout in a sense is almost like AI. It's replaced the human being.
An artificial cashier, I would call it
Yeah.
AC.
Yeah. Artificial
Not
cashier.
AI because it can't think for itself, but I would say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But pretty soon they will start incorporating tech like that, where it's coming. I think, for example, again, there's a lot of jobs are in danger, and this is what uh, Pope Leo's worried about, that we're gonna forget about the dignity of human people, and like you said, their families. I mean, what when you hear
Yeah.
like another example, graphic designers, they're gonna become obsolete. You said music. I mean, that's
Okay. Open up
music.
a can of
Yeah,
worms on this
and
one.
well, I guess it's a transition here. And before
Yeah.
I let you speak, I just like essentially there's a dehumanizing factor. And
Yeah.
so and most people don't think about this. Like you said, they're godless. I mean,
No,
before
people don't
before we talk about
believe.
the music, and I guess we'll wrap up there, but Cheech, what do you think about AI? Do you think it's satanic, anti-Christian,
Um,
like antichrist, or what do you think?
there's definitely an antichrist, dehumanizing level to AI. And people like Musk are very scary. They scare me what they want to do with AI
Now, why
technology.
is that? Is that because you're maybe not of this age, or is it because of what you fear what it's going to do?
When I hear him speak on Reels, saying that in 5 years there's not even going to be, the money system is going to change.
Well, that's I was trying to tell you that that's what he wants to do.
Yeah, he wants to
Now,
change job, the whole job thing. And it's like, dude, you're not God. You can't play God. You can't, you're a dehumanizer. Elon Musk is a genius. I admire him for what he did. I love the Tesla car. If I had money, I'd fucking buy one. You know what I mean?
mhm.
But that's cool. He invented the car and stuff, but the guy's taking shit too far. He almost feels like he's a part of the Antichrist, when I see him speak. So there's definitely a demonic force to AI, but there's also a brilliant force to AI where we can do the podcast and get quick information. I
That's
want,
the good, yeah.
yeah, there's a lot more good to AI than bad, I think.
I agree with
But
you. I agree with you, man.
without AI, we'd almost be lost. But 3 years ago we were fine. 5 years ago we were
Well,
fine.
well, the thing with AI, what I'm noticing, and I'm me being a educator, that students need to read Pope Leo, and they're not because they don't realize what it's doing. It's taking away their humanity, like you
Right.
said. But and I get it. I get it. I think, would you say that people want easier lives? I feel like that's how they sell this. Where,
People don't want to work
well,
anymore.
yes, and they're gonna get the reality, but once they don't work, what gives their life meaning?
Well, here we go back to
Back to
Frankel.
Frankel. This is gonna cost, and that's what Leo is worried about. And again, Leo's document is, in my opinion, I have a lot of critiques of it. Um, but I think what he does get right is something about, see, AI is not evil, and I keep trying to tell you, it's just human intelligence artificially created by, to
Right.
quote Rush,
It
1001
exactly.
zero
It's
zero
it's
one
the people.
SOS.
I mean, Dio, Rush, they were fucking ahead of their time.
Yes.
They were writing
No,
songs
and
about this
right, right. And
way
think about it.
before the internet existed.
Right, right. And think about it. We're talking about grace under pressure.
Yeah.
W- that's Pope Leo's encyclical, where there's grace under this pressure of AI that,
Yeah.
again, most people, now you have to be really smart. And you mentioned the story about you recommending using it to assist in gambling. I mean, look at it. Now it's even helping.
Oh, do you want me? I could quickly tell the story.
Good,
Like,
good, good.
so, we had a boring day at the existential vacuum, and
That is the new name for it.
yes, the new name for the
Okay, ready,
temple is
ready. Existential vacuum. We got we got, let's see, the priest, what we call them, the Adlers or something.
Adlers. The
The
Adlers.
Adlers.
We have the
And then
Adlers.
and then we got the Freudians, people who are delusional and mentally
Yeah,
ill. And then we
and we
got,
got the Frenchies.
we got
I looked
well,
mentally
that's
ill.
the Freudians. No, okay,
Yeah,
wait, wait, wait. We got the existential vacuum. We got your ids. We got your super egos. We got your egos. We got
we
your
got our
Adlers.
Adlers.
We
You
got
know.
we got your yeah, I love
So
that.
right now, the Cheech and Manny show is changing. We're gonna go back and forth. We're changing the Rush lyrics to psychological
Yeah.
philosopher
That's
language.
the
This
existential
is our
vacuum. Already, it's
this is a
official. No more te
yeah,
the temple is put back on the shelf.
yeah.
The
The
deep
Rush
new
language
speech.
is gonna kind of go out of style for a while, and now it's all philosopher, existential philosophy, and psychology. That's basically what we're gonna be using as code. So today, me and a coworker were a little bored. We had a good day. As you know, I was sending you crazy videos and stuff. Um, so the coworker was playing blackjack, and I was watching him, and I was like, through a computer game, not against people. And I said, yeah, I used to play blackjack. I'm pretty good. It's all about probability. I said, if you study probability for 5 years a lot, you could probably become a good blackjack player. So he's playing, he's losing. I said, you know what? When you what is it? Ask G what is the thing called? The app for AI?
ChatGPT or
Yeah.
Gemini?
I said, go to ChatGPT. Goes to ChatGPT. He takes a picture of his hand, his cards, sends it to it. ChatGPT says, take another card. You're gonna win this hand. Takes another card. He wins the fucking hand.
Hmm.
He won $5.
Hmm.
So within 20 minutes of doing that, he won $20.
Hmm.
The only time he lost is when ChatGPT said, "You can't win this hand. You, the other player has the upper hand. You're gonna lose."
Hmm.
So I was like, "Oh my God, this is fucking twisted.
Hmm.
It knows the probability in blackjack, you know?" So that was like my oh my like my Godsmack with AI. Like to actually see that happen
Hmm.
was like this is because I love playing blackjack and it's a hard
No,
game.
and it takes that learning curve away. Like, well,
Exactly.
and that's the thing. Do we now the problem there is will it make blackjack obsolete for like I'm not saying that will happen, but imagine if someone chat GPTs everything on their way to the casino.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are the casinos gonna have a problem with this? I think they are, but
Oh, this is gonna end casino. AI is gonna end
no, and go
casino.
back to Elon Musk, the economy changing. Dude, AI does have, and I don't know if anyone's talking about this, it does have the power to change the economy. That's the scary part.
Oh, it is because it's laying they laid off people.
Yes,
And now the fact that they laid off a bunch
dude,
of
and
people.
AI therapists are coming too, where why would you wanna, you can just have a machine do, AI system do it.
But to the new generation, that's going to be the norm.
Right,
To
right.
my kids, to my kids' grandkids,
And for the
you
new
know,
generation, wake up. And that's what Pope Leo's trying to do now. Will people take his document seriously?
they're
Wait,
not. They
no.
don't give a fuck. That's the problem.
I think with
Because
you tomorrow. Please, please, please. Ask Frenchie, ask Ernest. Have they read this document?
no one's read it. Like I say,
Wait, dude,
it's funny.
how funny if we ask we'll call them the Adlers. If we ask the Adlers,
Yeah,
guys, have you read Humanitas Magnifica? Like
yeah. Anybody who's in business, like
this should be taught in business schools though. Stuff like this.
but anyone like say at the existential vacuum. They don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear the Pope saying AI, is taking away people's jobs or AI making schedules, AI doing inventory.
Yeah, well that's what's gonna happen where AI, especially on the leadership, it's gonna like people have been saying, for example, like um A Adlers. It's like
yeah,
AT Adlers. Do you get what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, 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 yeah,
AT Adlers, like our boy Leslie. Leslie, if you ever watch this, shout out to you, brother. But
yeah.
they're gonna kind of not scare him, but this is not gonna happen yet. But they're gonna get replaced because now you're
Yeah,
gonna have all these AI data because
right.
all the leadership person has to be tech savvy. And
Yeah.
it's going to make it might cut a lot of leadership positions.
Oh, yeah. And especially in the existential vacuum, it's going to cut the higher ups, all
Yeah.
these big shots that,
Yeah. And
um,
in music, I mean,
oh man.
it is, dude, there was a controversy. Geez, it's right if we cut at 8, just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're good. We're good.
got a little school exam. But
Don't use AI.
dude, no, if they catch me, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's accurate. Yeah, it's dangerous. In the academic world, you're not supposed to use AI. So kids,
Oh,
don't start now because you're not gonna thrive. But
yeah.
no, it's interesting because with music, I was watching something where they were saying, I think it was Rick Beato. Rick Beato being already one of the voices that are saying, guys, we gotta wake up here because
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of people are accepting this AI future. But one of the things I was watching that was interesting was, okay, back in the days, you used to get with a rock band, right?
Yeah.
Now, for example, if you want to start a rock band, you needed to find a bass player, uh, yours truly there.
Mhm.
drummer. But let's talk basics. We need a drummer, we need a bass player, and we need a
Yeah.
guitar player.
Unless you're the guy, see that guy that I sent you the other
Yes,
day?
yes, unless you're a solo.
That guy's a genius.
Yes, yes,
I got to get
yes,
his name. We got to promote
yes,
that guy.
yes. Uh, but what ends up happening here is like, let's say, okay, you don't need to pay someone, let's say $10,000 for a studio session. I'm not saying that how much they get paid.
Right.
Instead, AI system like Pro Tools is just gonna get more advanced. Please, I need a bass line. Make it sound like Cheek. Don't
Yeah.
it'll start creating a bass line.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Let me use AI autotune to fix my voice. So see what's doing. It's gonna create sort of this music
Yeah.
where it's gonna be, there's not gonna be no need to have that stress of trying to have a band do what
And what's sad, you can't stop that.
no, no, you can't stop it. No, and think about it. People that are gonna commercialize it, they're gonna commercialize it. What's gonna sell now is just big names like Bad Bunny, like Drake.
And what's sad is they're gonna take
Rock,
it.
Rock is gonna die, dude.
Yeah.
Rock is dead already.
No, the
Rock,
thing that's gonna keep rock alive is it. AI can't stop rock from playing live. It can't stop like what Joe
that
saw last night.
that
Bruce
is true.
Springsteen in the stadium.
That is true. But
You
but but
know?
think about it. But my thing is that let's say all the people that are fans of that, let's say they die off.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I don't think kids are going to rock shows.
Oh, in 100 years, I wish that we could go into the future. A
Right. See
hundred
what the
years from
future.
now, I
Right.
don't think there's going to be even rock concerts.
Yeah. I mean, like
It'll, who knows?
music, like it's funny because rock is dead. It's a wasteland right now in
Yeah,
terms of, no, there are great rock bands, but
yeah,
sadly, to be honest with you, and again, the young people are going to replace the old, right? I
yeah.
mean, your Gen
X?
X,
No, yeah,
millennial. We still love the old school like music,
right. Because
pop, like
you got that. You know,
exactly. Even something as lame as Backstreet Boys. I mean, like when they tour. I mean,
I
listen,
would
they're
I would
actually
take the Backstreet Boys
right,
any day
right,
over an AI shitty
right.
homemade
No, and
thing.
even lyrics because now go on ChatGPT, write me a rap lyric, it'll spit it out.
But this is
So
what gets me
so
mad.
ghostwriters are gonna be obsolete. So what's gonna sell the music is your image, for example. Not so again, it's gonna create this interesting dynamic. Now, live musicianship is gonna go out the window as well.
Yeah.
Maybe the person might learn an instrument, but let's be honest, most of these what did you call Bad Bunny? The Italian word?
Juches,
What is it called?
a juche.
Most of these juches are just gonna they're just gonna and mind you, GarageBand was already doing it.
And I'm sorry, Bad Bunny. I don't mean that. I'm so sorry, Bad Bunny. I didn't mean that.
It's kind of funny. Actually, let me put in as a joke. Well, but yeah, dude, I don't know how you feel about that, but
What angers me is if you're not okay, if you're somebody who could sing, right? Say you got a good voice, all right?
dude, I
And
just
you
put in chat in Gemini. Tell me, does Bad Bunny suck? And chat Gemini tells me sucks is entirely subjective. His massive global success and cultural impact show that he is doing something right. He is one of the most streamed artists in the world, celebrated for his unique blend of reggaeton, Latin trap, and boundary-pushing fashion. Whether you love him or hate him usually comes down to what you expect from a pop star. There's a section here why fans love him and then why critics dislike him. We got vocal style, we got generic beats, and we got contrarian opinions. Like with any massive celebrity, his polarizing status means his music is simply isn't for everyone, while some finding his rapid rise to fame to be overhyped.
right.
That's what
Well,
Gemini said.
it's given it an honest answer. You know,
I think it's pretty
it's
honest.
given two sides, you know.
I think we gave more of the dislike side, but we
Oh,
were kind of
oh
fair
yeah.
to him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a fan of that style of music. I never will be. I'll never listen to them. Um, thank God. It's sad that I have to keep repeating this, that I grew up when I did. I feel like my grandfather used to say that, God, in the 40s, man, before the war, there was some Glenn Miller and there's some,
Oh yeah, that's
and
dude,
that,
even the art of listening to lyrics is
yeah, like,
gone.
he's like, what are you listening to? What are you listening to now? He'd be in my room. I'd listen to Sabbath. He's like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? But he was right. He really, that was real music, Glenn Miller and stuff. The art of listening, and me listening to Sabbath I was listening. Now that's gone. That's all gone. But what I was gonna say about the singer, you're a singer, you can't find a band, okay? You go to AI, but you could sing. You could sing. You got a good voice. You get a bass line like Bernard Edwards from Chic. You get John Bonham on drums, and you get Robert Fripp on guitar, and you're gonna sing like, I don't know, Bad Bunny, okay? But you could sing. If you have the talent and there is some realness to it, I accept that. Okay? I accept it. You could sing. You're really singing. But if I can't sing, I'm horrible. And I just said, AI, make me sound like Bruce Dickinson.
Hmm.
You know, make the drums sound like Neil Peart. Make my lyrics sound like Yes and Rush if they had a baby. Let my guitar player sound like Rick Emmett from Triumph, and have Keith Emerson keyboards,
Hmm.
and put out a song. And it's the greatest song you ever heard in your life, right? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
And I put it on iTunes. You can't stop me, right? You can't stop me from doing that.
No.
And people are
Well,
like, wow.
unless someone sues you because you stole the rhythm, maybe. But
But and I have an image and I have this fake look, and they're like, wow, I'm downloading this. And then I have fake tour dates, or I have merchandise.
Mhm.
That's happening now.
Yeah,
Rick Beato did a thing on it. He
yeah,
played the AI version.
yeah.
I don't like that. If you are a singer and you could sing, I give you partial credit, but it's still wrong. Go find a band and record live. You know what I mean? But yeah. So in the end, is AI a good thing or a bad thing? I think like AI, I have mixed feelings. It's the people that are manipulating it, like Elon Musk, like Bezos. Those people scare me. The puppet
Mhm.
masters.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And I think Bezos and Musk are fucking geniuses. They're the Teslas, no pun intended, and they're the Einsteins of what they do in this pathetic 2026 world that I wish it was 1906, to be honest. But they took simplicity away.
Hmm.
Um and what they have planned for the future scares me.
Yeah.
But I don't blame them because their brains are coming from, I'm a billionaire. I want to become a trillionaire.
Right, right. Well, that's if money, like quoting Pink Floyd, money is the root of all evil, and that's what Pope Leo is trying to prevent.
Yeah. And Elon Musk and Bezos are the epitome, in Zuckerberg, he's a Facebook guy. They're the epitome of evil and the American greed.
Hmm.
And honestly, we don't
It's
have
funny.
to.
It's funny. I don't think that, but I can see why you think that.
I feel that
Yeah,
because,
which is okay.
and I respect them. I respect them because they are geniuses. I mean, Zuckerberg invented Facebook. I mean, the guy's a genius, right? Um, Bezos is a bigger genius with Amazon, and Elon Musk is a genius.
Hmm.
But their brains, all they're programmed to do is make more money, make more money, make
Yeah,
more money, cuts, cuts. But I
it's
don't.
true.
They lost human emotion. They lost all contact with emotion.
Yeah.
And to me, that's pure satanic,
Hmm.
ritualistic kind of thinking. my opinion. I agree with the Pope on that.
Mm.
That's because I come from a different world, but other people be like, "Oh no, Bezos, no, that's the way it is."
Right. Well,
That's
that's
the
how
right.
most people think. Just Cheech, get with the times. That's what. But and again, I feel as though first, Pope, no one is. Oops, sorry. No one is going to read Pope Leo's documents.
No,
First of all, I don't think so. They would have to get it explained by you or I, right?
yeah,
Second, most people think like that. What you just said. Who cares?
yeah,
I want this future, and
yeah.
then we'll be like, no, you don't,
And
because
it kills me because I feel like that Native American who's been put in a reservation,
right,
and even trying to talk to young kids today, you know, they almost laugh at me. Like I feel like a grandfather.
right.
It's like, what, you got to get with it, and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I personally do not want to be a part of this future.
Mm.
I like to be Grizzly Adams. Grizzly Adams, he had it right. Grizzly Adams.
It sounds familiar.
Grizzly Adams was a show I watched as a kid, and he was a fugitive. He didn't. He's a Western, in the West, or before the West, a mountain man, and he was on the run.
Okay,
He was on the run from the law, and he lived
right.
off the wilderness with a grizzly bear
Okay.
named Ben. And that guy just lived off the land and shit,
Mm.
and that's where I am. I'm Grizzly Adams in this world because I don't want. I get laughed at all the time, by people, my technology ability, and I'm glad. I don't want to. I don't care. I know what I can do, my ability with the phone. Thank God for the internet, because I think one of the best things ever invented, but it's also the worst thing ever invented, because I miss the 80s, the 70s, the 90s, the early millennial. I don't even remember what that feels like. When you had a phone that you just called people. And I love that we still call each other, and we
Yeah.
have
Well, as I get older, I actually am not liking texting anymore. Like I'd rather call. Like there's that's
yeah, like
I'm and I don't know if I'm getting older now too myself, but
yeah, like
yeah.
me and Bobby. I talk to you and Bobby, Vinny, Robbie. Very few people want to talk.
Yep. Yep.
They don't want to talk on the phone. It's all about texting,
True.
and that's cool, but at the same time, all these things are dying off, and I kind of feel, Schopenhauer about the future. I really think we're in for a bleak future when you're looking at it from my point of view. Like, I don't know where it won't. Thank God it's not affecting my job yet. Where like AI is going to affect what I do.
Mhm.
It may, but that's going to be a long, long, long time
Mhm.
before that happens. Um, but in the existential vacuum, it's going to affect a lot of people. They're going to be laying off people there very soon in the thousands. Because if they're doing it now at these big corporations,
Mhm.
they're going to hit. We work for Amazon, so
Mhm.
I don't know how come it hasn't trickled down to where we work. The layoffs.
It's a matter of time.
What's that?
Matter of time.
Oh yeah, it has to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so you know, am I for I'm for AI, yes, if it's used correctly.
Mm.
But when it's used incorrectly and there's no humanity in it,
Right.
I think it's disgusting, in my opinion. And I feel sorry for people that lose their jobs. My heart goes out to them,
Right. Right.
and Elon Musk and Bezos and Zuckerberg, they scare me, man. They're
I was
fucking
gonna say you heard it here, folks.
they
Elon Musk, Bezos, and Zuckerberg scare Cheech.
they do, because it's all
They
American
look kind
greed.
of weird too when you look at them. They look so.
You wonder if they're probably reptilian,
I
you
mean,
know?
dude, I don't think they're human.
Obviously they don't have human emotion in them, you know? But I'm not disrespecting them because they are genius. I'll never take away for what they did.
Mhm.
They changed. They're the industrial revolution we're living in now. The JP. What am I hearing? I hearing bells ringing or something. I must be losing my mind. But uh, it's like they're the J.P. Morgans. They're the innovators from the past that are innovating things now.
Hmm.
And I'm sure when the Industrial Revolution came out, there were old timers going, "What is this? They're taking away my
Right,
farming."
right, right.
Always going to affect an old timer. It's
Always.
evolution.
Hmm.
But I swear, are there aliens outside? I hear weird sounds outside my window. I'm telling you, you know.
That's probably
But
bad.
what's scary is how fast this happened. You know, when oh, you know what it is? It's a Portchester High School band. God,
That makes sense.
yeah, they're up the street. Um, so what's scary is we went from Socrates and Aristotle. I sent you a cool Aristotle video. I don't know if you watched it. Uh, whoever, Socrates and Aristotle, BC, Jesus times, to 1875, without any changes in life, really. The invention of a gun, weapons, cannons, it threw down the swords, the inventions of I don't know, farming equipment, things like that developed. But then all of a sudden, the Industrial Revolution comes
Yep.
out of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
We lived a simple life for
Right.
all those
Well,
years.
the Industrial Revolution is like AI. That's what a
Yeah,
lot. It seems that things are repeating again. So AI is the new revolution. It's called the AI revolution.
yeah,
And so Pope Leo the 14th is issued this teaching document to tell people, listen, AI is not evil, but it can, like in the Industrial Revolution, trample over human dignity.
yeah. And it makes me scared for my kid's
Of
future.
course.
My nieces, future, like, because they're kids and stuff. What's life gonna be? Is it gonna be what Elon Musk wants? Nobody. When he said that, the money system's gonna change, I was like, this scared me.
Mm.
And no one's gonna have jobs, no one's gonna work. And I'm thinking, how's that possible? And like, as much as like we
No,
put
plus,
down.
no, and I mean, I don't know. That's interesting. I see. I didn't know he said that. That's what I was thinking. Like he's gonna change the economy.
He wants to change the economy, and he's like, oh yeah, in 5 years, no one was gonna really work. But it's like people like to work.
And it's like, do we really want that?
I mean, I complain about the existential vacuum, but I like going to work. I like a paycheck. Yeah, I mean, am I going to stay home and get paid? Is Elon Musk going to pay me to play my bass on YouTube? You know what I mean? Like, no. And then there's other things on the internet where people are making money, and I almost feel like, I fine, you ever find a way to make money, that's fine, but like influencers or reels, people making thousands of dollars off of reels. I guess that's the way to hustle these days. That's how you make money, being
Yeah.
an influencer. Um, Podcasting, hopefully we'll be making money soon, whatever, OnlyFans, that's the lowest form of making money, but
Oh yeah.
these people are making money doing these things. And I guess it's a way to make a living. Because it's out there. I could start an OnlyFans tonight, and I could have
Listen, man.
tomorrow have a fucking $5,000 in my account, you know. But where's your respect and yourself,
Right.
So yeah. So it's not AI that scares me. It's the people that are going to be it's
Mhm.
influencing, the Musks, the Bezos, Zuckerbergs. I don't know how Trump feels about AI. I don't know what his
It's kind of funny. He's
perception.
been using it to make like I think images. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't know. I think he's being a
But I
smart.
mean, like using it in politics and using it in warfare. and stuff like that.
I'm assuming military and AI are going hand in hand. I
Are
have
they
to
asking
assume.
AI how's the best way to X, Y, and Z this country?
Yeah, yeah, I have to assume they're using it. Like in that,
Yeah.
because why wouldn't you?
Well, that's
Eh,
where the Pope said no.
Well, the Pope is ends. I don't know how you remember how we talked about just war theory and Augustine?
Yeah,
Pope Leo kind of went against that. Now, I don't know if he wrote this document entirely by himself,
yeah.
but remember how we said that there are reasons to go to war? So
Oh,
St. Augustine laid out the outline. Now, what Leo says is that he's about peace, right? And all that. And obviously, we all want peace.
yeah,
And I guess what he's afraid of is using AI to calculate a war, for example, or like letting letting AI decide,
yeah,
right? So that's what his kind of, and I think with AI and military technology, well, of course, why wouldn't you take advantage and invest more in that?
yeah. It's true. I don't know, man. Only time will tell, like
Like John will tell.
John Wetton wrote. I really wish it was the 80s again or the 70s. Simpler times and the 90s and or if I could be Grizzly Adams and take my kid with me, I'd be living in the mountains. And I think more people are doing that though.
Yeah, there is a movement to become more pastoral, go up back into nature.
Yeah,
There's a
drop.
reaction. It's a minority, but it's definitely there's
And
reactions.
you know what? Those people are gonna be around more than you know, the what about the tribe? Like these tribes. I see it on reels.
Yeah.
These crazy anthropologists go into like, I don't know, Africa, parts of Africa so deep where there's tribes that are it's hard to believe they live like that,
Hmm.
right? Those people have been existing for so long
Yeah.
and they never got disturbed. You know what I mean? They never like that's in a way I respect that. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like the same generation after generation living the same way. And yeah, that's why they're stuck there. They didn't develop anything, but they're not gonna go extinct. They're not gonna go out dying
Hmm.
with their own by their own hands with technology. So I don't know. But
But but I feel like they're gonna discover global humanity and pretty soon have an iPhone.
imagine some dude has an iPhone. It's like, yo, the new Drake dropped. It's like,
And their language, like they're just
yeah,
like
oh no, no,
talking
no, Drake dropped.
like Drake.
You know what Raph told me, which I thought was interesting about the new Drake?
Tell me.
Not only did he dropped 3 albums.
Something like that. But
I
I'm
mean,
not.
which to
I
me to me makes that doesn't make sense because people might have trouble listening like digesting one album. Yeah, you got the double albums,
I
right?
wonder. I do wonder like what
Like
I'm assuming the kids are gonna listen to. I saw that. It's like
yeah,
I
like
guess
yeah,
they released the equivalent of a triple album. I guess.
yeah, and that's been done. ELP did it at one point, but like that was a rare thing. Like,
Right.
and they only did it because they were breaking up, or they took a year off from
Right.
2 years off,
Right.
you know. But Drake, like, I think that's almost career suicide because 3 albums. What are you gonna do after that? Unless 3 albums are gonna be Zeppelin 4, Zeppelin 4, Zeppelin
Right.
4.
That's a lot of Drake.
You know, that's too much material. You got to hold back, I think. But I don't know. I'm not Drake, but that's the mentality of how people do things today. They just drop albums.
Mhm.
And back in the day, we would read Hit Parader magazine, Iron Maiden, July 2nd, album comes out. I can't wait. You look forward to it. If Maiden just dropped an album tomorrow, it'd be like, oh man, what? That's there's no excitement to it,
Mm.
you know? That's what Russia's probably gonna do with the Nika Niles is
They're
drop an
gonna they're gonna
album.
release a they're gonna try to follow that Drake model and release
Imagine,
triple albums
imagine that they like
of material since 20 since they released Clockwork Angels.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rush does something like that. Like tomorrow, new Rush album comes out with the Nika Niles before they go on tour. That would be interesting, you know. But I don't know, man. It's like the way the world is right now. It's so crazy how it changed in like you said 3 years.
Yeah, and that's not even a good accurate time frame, but yeah, 3 years.
But before AI, we had Google, and
Yeah.
Google's kind of like AI in a way.
And before Google, we had Ask Jeeves.
I used to use that. But it was like hey, it's AI though, in a sense. I mean, not on a it's on a smaller scale.
It's a search engine, yeah. So it's not AI entirely. See, AI is a self-thinking machine.
Yeah.
Google
Instead of
doesn't
it,
self-think; it searches.
yeah, it gives you things to look up. It
Mhm.
gives you information to look
Mhm.
up. Yeah. So to end this, is AI good or bad, Manny?
Man, I'm in the middle. It's good, but it's bad.
Yeah.
Well, let me rephrase that. It can be bad. And I think there's a lot of cons. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's
Even like I was arguing like learning a language, why bother if they invent something using AI where it just translates?
they do it now.
So people are not gonna be learning languages anymore. I mean,
I
unless they are really motivated. But most people are not motivated. They look for the easy way out.
they do it at the existential vacuum. This lady came in, foreigner. She looked like she was Slavic, and I looked at her. She looked at me like, like a deer looking at the you know,
You're like,
lights. And she looks at me and she hands me her phone and she says, she no, and she says her language into her phone. And then she gives me the phone, and the phone said, "Give me 3 pounds of bologna." And I was like, "Holy shit!" And I said,
yeah,
"You just talked into your phone?" And then she's like, "Talk." And I talked, and I asked her what did she did, and she
yeah.
talked back.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna, so see, that's the problem, and it's gonna dehumanize. It's only a
Yeah,
matter of time. M Most kids, for example, are not gonna learn how to write. I mean, most kids don't read anymore, which is already a problem. It's gonna create, like, yeah, humans that are so dehumanized. It's gonna start robbing what makes humans, because again, that's what artificial intelligence does. It's the artificial version of natural human intelligence, the God design.
yeah. Exactly. It's the opposite of God. It's dehumanizing you as a person. Now, if you have human in you already, could you become dehumanized?
Wait, what do you mean?
You're a human being. Me and you are human already. We grew up in a certain time. We have we have a certain mind frame. We're human. We're old
Yes,
school.
yes, yeah,
I
yeah, because it's gonna rob your human dignity.
We're old school humans. It's not going to bother us, but other people, it may, people my age or your age, they may fall and become dehumanized
Hmm.
in this trap.
True.
Um, Definitely Elon Musk is dehumanized, completely dehumanized. Zuckerberg, and I'm telling you, those are the three kings. They're the people I'm scared of, you know.
It's true.
Uh, and it's like and nobody seems to care. Everyone is just stuck in their own bubble. You know, they don't care about the Pope. 20 years ago, that would have been a big deal. Reading when the Pope spoke, it used to mean something. Now you, now you,
No, and it's funny because he releases the document now in Catholic circles. People who are Catholic, of course, we're going to be talking about this, right?
yeah,
Even like there's some out like secular and like independent like news people talking about this.
yeah,
But has it reached the existential vacuum? I think they're talking more about the baseball game than that.
they don't care. People, the existential
And,
vacuum.
and to be fair, philosophy. I'll be honest with you, I don't think they care.
No, no.
Kids are not talking about Humanitas Magnifica. They're talking about the new Drake drop.
Which is
And that's where
sad.
we're at.
Yeah, and but I don't blame the kids because they're dehumanized already. Not the kids' fault. The kids grew up
Right,
humanized
right.
by, you
I
know,
I, I agree.
you can't blame I can't blame the kids. I can't blame this society.
Hmm.
It's because that's how they were brought up. Luckily, my kid has human in her because she was raised in a certain way
Hmm.
that, there's dignity and humanity. Of course, she's, a modern kid and stuff, but there's a human aspect to it. Some of these kids are just they're gone.
Hmm.
Like the stupidity. This is, and I gotta bring this up, of if the Knicks win, they're gonna burn down the city. Have you heard this?
I'll see. People are gonna get mad at me, but I do not care about that.
But
Meanwhile,
like,
we're worrying more about the Pope Encyclical. Like that's where we're at. Or we're worried
yeah,
about Viktor Frankl, like Search for
yeah,
Meaning.
yeah. I mean, these people,
That's where
if
we're
the
at.
if the Knicks win, it's on the news and it's in reels, they're gonna do destructive shit to New York City, the hometown of the team that won. And I'm like, why? You should celebrate your team won, not break street lamps or set shit on fire. What's the point? Like, this is where dehumanized people are. Um, and that's society, man. And I just say Grizzly Adams is looking more and more inviting than than this world. I am actually like Grizzly Adams. I kind of
Trust
I
me,
kind of
me
stay in
being
my
an
own bubble.
educator, I'm seeing what I'm seeing in the current uh youth, I should say,
Yeah.
extreme disappointment.
Oh
I,
yeah, yeah.
and for me, I try to do, but there's only so much an educator can do. Because ultimately, it feels to me like a losing battle. So I also feel like Grizzly Adams, and I just want to go to the woods and just make
Yeah.
friends. I'm terrified of bears for obvious reasons, but um, I'd rather. I'm thinking, man, you know what? We need some sort of detachment from this world
Yeah.
and create knowledge in ourselves and focus.
Transcendentalism should come back, if anything. People should start reading Thoreau
Yeah,
and go in that direction, not burning down New York City when their team wins. It's every dude, everything is backwards. It's almost like, did we have a polar shift and we don't know it?
I mean, that's what it feels like.
There might be a polar shift and just and people just can't think right
And
because
it's crazy because yeah, that's what if I'm telling you, like and for me, like recently, look, past few days, what's been on my mind? Not the Knicks game, not that baseball game you mentioned. And it's sad because most people are like, "Hey, do you like the Knicks?" I'm like, "Sure." New
yeah,
York,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
whatever.
right,
What's been on my mind? On my feed, Pope Leo's Encyclical, Saint Anselm's ontological argument for God,
right,
Viktor Frankl,
exactly,
and just philosophy. Right
yeah,
now, I just got a book called Ordered by Love, which I've been like skimming and reading by the medieval theologian John Duns Scotus.
wow.
Like
Now, would he been around the Roger Bacon era?
before that, much before. He's a early scholastic or scholastic. But then I'm hearing what you just said, the Knicks, and I'm just like, I'm done with this. And
I
my
know.
music, what have I been listening to? I've actually been listening and analyzing lyrics. I mean, I've been listening to some Spanish bands that are fantastic. I've been listening to yeah, like just great music.
Yeah,
And then I hear people talk about the new Drake drop. Have you listened to the new Drake drop? And I'm just like,
right.
I don't care.
And dude, and what do we text each other about? Like, it's not like, oh, Drake's new album or the Knicks. It's about Viktor Frankl. It's
Yeah,
about
good. So you send each other
Adler.
good links, like actual like good
Yeah,
videos.
Aristotle. Rick Beato having Geddy Lee and Alex on there. You know what I mean? Joe Silkman's always sending some amazing Roy Harper stuff in our chat group. So it's scary where we are
I know with
in 2000.
humanity, like you said, there's a dehumanizing thing with humanity. I think that we're witnessing,
Yeah, that's a key
and
word, dehumanize.
yeah,
Everything's dehumanized, man. And
people.
Dio called this on the album with Black Sabbath when they reunited in 1990 called Dehumanizer in
Right,
1991.
right.
And he had a song called Computer God.
Mm.
And that's what AI is. And that's what everybody in this world is looking to. Not the Pope, it's the phone. That's their
Mhm.
new God,
Great point.
so.
I think ultimately that is the issue at hand. So,
But how do we can't stop? How do we handle it? Do we,
oh no,
that's like,
you can't stop it. Like I mean,
like
Pope. I don't think Elon Musk is gonna read like Pope Leo's encyclical.
now, how do we do the
And
Socratic?
you heard Trump and Pope Leo are fighting, so I don't think he's reading it. I don't think China's reading it. I don't think.
So the Socratic method does not work at all anymore on this thing.
Oh no, no, no.
Yeah, there's
People are just
no.
motivated, like you said, greed, capitalism,
Yeah,
and most people are not thinking. They're dehumanized. They're automatons. And mind you, I'm not blaming the billionaires. They have done it to themselves
yeah,
by claiming dumb stuff like we're gonna burn New York City. And I'm like, really? Matter of fact, they also, but I do agree, burn it to the ground, like because that city is a cesspool. So maybe it deserves it, But
it's crazy.
horrible stuff, man. Horrible.
I know we sound like Schopenhauer now. Now we're
Listen,
going to the Schopenhauer realm.
seriously.
But there is positive stuff. We like Viktor Frankl, we bring meaning to our individual lives. It's not about what's out there. It's not if you're betting and the Pirates win tonight, you should bet on the Pirates. But it's not about that. If it is for you, that's cool. The Knicks is cool, but it's about the individual. You know, the individual. And in the Pirates game, I got from AI. It said bet on the Pirates tonight. They're gonna win because of the pitcher. I don't follow baseball. I don't give a shit, but I found that very fascinating. You know. Anyway, I know you got your homework to do. And this was fun. Another Thursday night of our podcast and deep thinking tonight
Hmm.
on both of them.
Hmm.
Did a lot of we did one on Viktor Frankl and
Yeah.
skied away from the music, but the music's always in there. We always
Hmm.
bring in them. Well, we talked a lot about music tonight as well.
Hmm.
So I will pray for the Pope because
Let's get his message out. I'm
I
kind
mean,
of cynical. And it's funny. It is making waves. Well, mind you, because I think you and I both have good feeds and we're Catholic, so of course it's gonna
yeah,
reach our.
because I sent it to you're the first person I thought of. I seen
Yeah.
the thing. I sent it to you in the morning
No,
yesterday,
it's
and I
funny.
was
I
like,
literally, by the way, I didn't get no Drake drop. I got the Pope Leo drop. Like literally
exactly,
when it made out, and I read parts of it, and I
yeah,
read commentaries. I'm like, oh wow, videos. So I
yeah.
was more concerned about that over the Drake drop, and I didn't even know he had 3 albums. I mean, I don't really care. I haven't listened to it.
Yeah, that's what a certain uh uh existential vacuum worker told me,
That's what
and
people are into right now. How
and how
sad
great
is that?
and how great it is and how cool it is. And then I said, "Oh, so Drake is cool again because what's his name? Who's the other rap guy who dissed him last year when
Lamar.
you're Kendrick Lamar when you're what do we call them? AT Adler, your old assistant AT Adler was like trying to school me on how Lamar is dissing Drake and this and I was like, okay, so Drake is bad now? Oh yeah, Drake is not cool. everyone hates Drake because Kendrick Lamar dissed him and he did all these tracks on him. And it was one of those drop where he just dropped it, you know? So a year later to the month, Drake is cool again. So is Triumph gonna write an album and diss Rush? And then Rush is gonna do a diss track to Triumph, you know? And then Drake's gonna diss them because they're both from Canada. Stay tuned at 11, you
Stay
know?
tuned. We'll see in a couple of months.
Yeah. You know, it's like it's a stupidity.
Rush maybe could turn the tide.
You know, thank God for entertainment though. Like you know, thank God like Bruce Springsteen and Rush are going out on
Hmm.
tour and live music is being a lot live, played live.
Hmm.
You know, that will never die. Elon Musk will never take that away. Elon Musk will never take away live music. Never. You know, I think out of the big three, Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, and Bezos, he's the one. He's the head fallen angel, you know, I think. But I love his car, man. I don't know. If I was rich, I'd buy one. I'm a hypocrite. But but I just wish that they wouldn't fire people. That's where AI is bad. You know,
Well,
there we
the
go.
massive layoffs. Like, I'm not sure if that's the cause of it, but it is strange. Like 7,000 at Facebook or something.
That's definitely the cause. Think about it. Why would you fire? How could you fire 7,000 and not go bankrupt? You know what I mean? Like, think about a company. You know, if our company fired 7,000 people in Westchester and Connecticut, they might go bankrupt.
True.
It's a lot of workers. Must be some good AI being able to do that stuff. Sad, man. But on that note, we'll wrap it up. I tried to be positive. I think I was okay, right?
I think so. I think
You
so.
know,
We
that's
ended like kind of like, yeah, definitely doomsday, but listen,
you know,
it's all good. We're gonna use it for our podcast.
it's all. I think AI is good. You know, it has its purpose. I just think it's the people that are using it for the wrong purposes that we got to watch out for.
Mhm.
So, but on that note, man, great podcasts. Our Sunday nights of
Thursday.
podcast. What's the Thursday, Sunday? I'm telling. What the existential vacuum is slowly rotting.
Literally vacuuming out your brain.
28 years of just like taking lobotomizing me. Every time I hit my my code in the thing in the time clock, I get a little bit of a lobotomy. I
I
get a
wonder
shock.
if it has done that for Joe.
Yeah. Oh man, he's been at it a lot longer than me. I've been in this game 35 years, 28 at our current place, but I didn't get. I was younger back then at those other jobs, so but this place for 28 years, I can't complain because I had fun today. Today was like being in middle school, you know, like we were just joking and stuff, and I was just having fun because and this is where my mind is at, man. I'm just going to work some days and I'm having fun because I'm stuck there. I'm gonna talk to people about music. I'm gonna just do fucking crazy videos with Frenchie and send it to you. Because that's the middle schooler in me that's never gonna go away. You know,
Keep
that's
them coming.
yeah. Oh yeah. The old head trick. That's stupid, right? It's like I was like, oh my God, Hector got me. Leave me alone. He doesn't have you. Wonder what Frenchie
Wait,
thinks about
and
it.
who is filming you?
Oh, Ernest. Ernest. This is how fucking bored we were. We're making movies. We're like, I want to take it and put like a death metal, like a black metal song to it, my head, and then have him turn around and slow. I don't know.
The one that had me dying, Freud sucks.
Freud sucks. I have no id. No, I have no super ego.
I disagree with Freud.
I know. Hey, but he'll do it for me. Like that. That's what I love about him.
Very cool. I wish we could put him on the show like an ad. How awesome would that be?
Oh my God!
We have him
Imagine.
in the beginning. Viktor Frankl rules.
We could AI him. I have his face.
Oh my God.
We could put his
For
face
our
up.
screenplay, we gotta create a character like him.
You got.
Cheat, cheat. We're in the existential vacuum.
Oh yeah. There's no. I in this
Cheat,
world.
am I a dehuman?
Oh, he was dehumanized. But like, I never met you. You never met anybody like that, right?
No,
If
no,
anybody's a
no,
reptilian, like, I think about it.
not like that.
I never met anybody like him.
Cheat, cheat. Is this an existential vacuum?
Like, oh, okay, I got it. I don't think he could. He won't be able to say it. Certain words he can't. He can't. Oh my God. But they're gonna probably not even care about what the Pope says.
No,
They
dude,
get
I
gets
dare you. Gotta be like, yo, guys. They can be like, guys, Nick's right. Did you guys place your bets? Hey, I got a more important question. Have you read Pope Leo's new encyclical? They're gonna be like, who's this old guy, old man here?
the Pope.
Pope, Pope
Who
who?
cares? Who cares about the
We're
Pope?
talking about that Knicks player.
Yeah, that's a sad thing, though, man. But a few people I might get hate on this, but people like Greg Braden, I'm sorry, not Greg Braden, Mike Braden, and these great thinkers and thought people said sports is put here as a distraction, to dehumanize you. That's another theory. I'm not saying this, people. I'm not saying this, but great thinkers have said that, to dehumanize you and kind of like
Dude, this
not make
sucks.
not make you think,
Yeah.
you know.
No, and then
Going
like you and I
going
are like,
back to I was gonna say, well, not really Frankel. Like Frankel would want you to be distracted, but like it's a distraction mechanism, so you don't like build up. I'm not saying this. This is what a lot of philosophers and scientists are saying. So, but so anyway, this was good, man. This good discussion.
very, very good discussion. I think we're the only people in Connecticut talk. I know I'm kidding, but yeah, no, it's sad because I dare you to do a survey. Have you read or list or I'm pretty sure you could AI voice the encyclical.
Yeah.
Have you read Pope Leo's new encyclical, Magnifica Humanitas?
Well, I asked AI about it, and I said, "Is he right about AI? And is he right?" And it gives it gives perfect points. It doesn't disagree with it. It agrees with both sides.
Hmm.
That's the brilliant thing about AI.
I see that, dude.
Yeah. But all right, man. I'll let you go do your homework, and we will maybe get back to music next week, or we'll
I
do
know.
Frankel again.
I
We'll
know. This is the Cheech and Manny show. So
yeah.
please like this video, subscribe, check out our podcast. Definitely subscribe. We release new episodes every week
Yep.
and join in on the discussion. This is the area where Cheech and Manny, we love talking ideas.
Yeah.
We are not dehumanized, right? We are actually out of Plato's cave.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring you. We're gonna go back in the cave and rescue these poor staffs that are gonna burn New York City down.
Exactly.
Don't think and
People get out of Plato's cave and try to get undehumanized. If
yeah,
and come back to the Grizzly Adams. Grizzly Adams, Henry David Thoreau, come back to that world.
yes.
That's where I'm at. Just throwing it out there.
And I'm
Uh,
like I said, like this week I've been thinking so many good stuff. I have no idea the Knicks was playing. Do I care? No. You mentioned that baseball stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
And the major drop wasn't the Drake album, but Pope Leo's Encyclical drop.
Yeah, and I wonder what got more views.
Oh, I think it's obvious. And it's crazy. I would tell my kids, hey, have your parents read Pope Leo's new Encyclical to you guys yet? Or
Yeah,
are you guys scared of AI? No? Should I go F myself? All right.
I know it's twisted, man. It's like I don't know, but yeah, I love these free talks, like you were saying, because it really we jump, but we're speaking the truth, man. We're really,
Yeah. Our podcast is about anything truth related. And yeah, we
yeah,
have unpopular opinions, but this is
yeah,
our show. You're gonna come away after watching, learning something, or we're gonna provoke your minds. Like, even
yeah.
if you don't agree with us, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, am I dehumanized? I'll give
I'm
you
deep.
ideas. No, you'll be like, Frenchie, say, am I dehumanized? Are you sure, Cheech?
I'm dehumanized. Oh man, don't be what Dio said. Don't be a dehumanizer, man. Don't let Elon Musk dehumanize you. Keep your job.
I got a future idea episode for you talk. Are billionaires evil?
It would be unfair to say they all are because
No, no, no.
they're
It's a
they're
free
not.
talk.
Yeah,
Let's think this through. Are they evil?
yeah, yeah. I mean, just to throw, I don't. I'm gonna say quick yes or no. I don't think they are all evil, but I don't even think Elon Musk is a billionaire. I think he's a fucking trillionaire. You know what I mean? I think like I said, I'm not saying he's a genius, but in when I see him talk, the AI and then the economy, this is like evil in my mind, unless I'm just the pole, the poles just switched. And maybe I'm north when I should be south, and he's south when he should be north. I don't know. I really think the poles are definitely switching because there's something really fucking wrong right now in the world. And it's been only 2 years with AI. And look, think about it, only 2 years and look where it's going, man.
Sounds right, man.
And this was an agenda. This was all planned. They planned all this, in my opinion.
Who did?
The man, the man, the big brother, the whoever runs the
I
world,
do wonder.
Frank
That's another topic. Who runs the world? Like, that's another interesting topic.
Frank Z I learned about this from my uncle when I was a little kid. My
Wait,
uncle
did
and
you say that Frank Zappa runs the world?
no, no, Frank Zappa said this. So my uncle would always like say this quote. Like my uncle was a big Zappa fan, and I remember him saying, Frank Zappa said that the world is run by a specific group of people, not the president, not the leaders. It's a higher ranked group of people. My mother would argue. My mother's like, "What are you nuts? Are you smoking the good stuff?" No, this is what Frank Zappa said, and I remember thinking, Frank Zappa, he might be right. As I got older, he might be right. And then you read about Bilderberg, and you read about the Illuminati, and you read about all these groups. It's definitely an agenda. Everything that I think led up to where we are now was all planned. You know, I think because technology got too fast, you know, in a short period of time. In 3 years, 20, 30, 40 years ago, we were still listening to records. Life was simple, watching TV with a remote control. A phone was a phone. Right?
You're gonna be like Illuminati Freemasons.
It's somebody's doing this, you know, and I don't know, man.
I am mind controlled.
I'm telling you, it's the wall. We're living in the wall right now. So many of those old movies. or old concepts of music are coming true.
I agree, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but on that note, dude,
We'll
Cheech,
wrap up.
great talk here.
Yeah.
Definitely will this will be an ongoing topic and series. And for all of you listening out there, thank you for getting this far in the video. And once again,
Yes.
please subscribe. We want to build this channel. And if you're
Yeah.
awesome, we'll give this video a like.
Yep.
And we will catch you on the next one on
The
the
next
Cheech
one.
and Manny show.
Nanu, Nanu. See you next week.
Cheech, I'll see you, brother. Always a pleasure.
All right, man. Have a
All right.
great night.
Have a good
Thanks.
night, dude.
Care.